Aaron, resist the urge to be mean and spiteful.
You fall and you break, you got battles to take on, but you figure it out, yeah. When you fall and you break, you got changes to make now.
Dog, stay off the couch. Dog, resist the urge to break the rules. I know, I'm just so lovely. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Alright, so I woke up today and we were up a little bit later than usual, so that was fun. And then I wake up at the same time, so I'm a little bit tired and I'm a little bit sore today. I'm like, I still need to get my workout in. I don't have to go crazy. I don't want to injure myself. But yeah, it's been good. I hopped on the scale this morning because it's my cruel taskmaster, which is now has control of me again. Now, I'm just paying attention for this challenge as an example, but 223.5 pounds. Cool. I lost a pound overnight. I did not eat all that ribeye from yesterday. I'll eat it. It's like I ate one ribeye. I have 8 ounces. I'll just eat it for lunch today. I think I'm gonna skip breakfast. But I just got this message. You know, this is one of the things about like putting yourself out there. If you ever put yourself out there, you're gonna have some criticism. You're gonna have people that think differently than you and say things that they think maybe they're doing you a favor, or they're probably just trying to play stump the dummy. Like, I've been in church circles long enough that, you know, I could tell the difference between someone who's genuine and someone who's just trying to get a rise out of you or try to debate you because they get kicks out of it, or just poke you to see what comes out of you and stuff like that. And I got this message from Build Double Whopper. You're probably watching this now. And he wrote this: if you're injuring your body, are you really doing God's will? Are you really honoring the Lord? So, one, that question could seem valid on the surface, but I mean, how do we know if we're eating the right things or drinking the right things, and what would be considered injuring our body? There's just so much to that. I think that God gives us amazing freedoms. I think He loves us no matter what, but He hates sin because it hurts us. So what in my life is sin? Is the way that I'm eating sin? The foods that I'm choosing, is it sinful? Is it ungodly? I have not had the feeling that God has told me in any aspect that like the way that I'm eating is sin. But what answer do you want? Do you want justification for the way that you're eating? Because once you start judging me in the way that I'm eating, you're automatically judging yourself without realizing it, and essentially came to the verdict that your way is better. But my reply is, no one dies apart from the will of God. All right, so that is one of those things that is absolutely true. And it is scary on one hand. So you're telling me it was God's will for my friend that died at 30 years old from cancer and left their 2-year-old daughter and a widowed husband. So that was God's will. Well, then God's not good. You know, fill in the blank. Well, this happened to this person. They died in this tragic thing. That was God's will. Well, I'm mad at God. That's one way to look at it. But another way to look at it could be that you don't have to worry about this stuff. God has a plan, and it's a good plan, and you could trust in Him because He is good, that He knows better than we do. We don't know what sorrows were spared. And for the person I was talking about specifically, sometimes I just get mad at her because now she doesn't have to face death. She's already arrived, and we're still sitting here struggling. I am not injuring my body, most likely. I feel like I'm on a health journey, and I'm getting stronger, and I'm learning. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but it also matters completely also. This is where I'm at. Take it or leave it. Don't try to play stump the dummy with me, because I don't play that game. The only reason that people don't do what God says is because they want to do what they say instead. And I think God has given me amazing freedoms. I think I'm actually restricting myself too much on this diet. Like, I have the freedom to eat other things, but I also have the freedom and the will to eat just beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. There's literally nothing wrong with it. There's nothing sinful about it. There's nothing ungodly about it. And there's nothing for me to be ashamed about. And there's nothing for you to be ashamed about. Just because something's green doesn't make it healthy. All right, let's go get this work in. I'll see you guys at lunchtime. Unless I have some other random thing to just say. I tried to stay positive and stuff, but yeah, I'm over winter and dishes. I may or may not be over fighting people on the internet. So I didn't finish that ribeye last night, which I probably already told you that. Just keep repeating yourself, but you know, I don't remember earlier. So I'm gonna eat this for lunch, but I'm gonna need some more food for sure. I keep saying I'm hungry every day. I'm hungry. 8 ounces, so essentially 19 ounces last night, and I was like, oh, I'm full, I need to stop eating. And my wife about ate the same. I'm like, okay, well, eat. No guilt eating, that's good. I think I'm gonna slice up this ribeye and cook it with like 6 eggs. Because again, I'm hungry. And then what am I gonna eat for dinner? I have that ground meat is probably good, which I need to package all that up today for sure. I have an interview at 8 o'clock tonight on Carnivore Revolution, Serena Music. Yeah, so I'm always a little anxious about interviews because I'm not sure what questions they're gonna ask or which version of myself they're gonna get, like serious or funny or disturbed or angry. I'm usually just silly, just looking for ways to have jokes, but then I'm never sure if people are gonna get my humor because I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah. I'm not even my own cup of tea sometimes. I was thinking about intuitive eating some more because last night I was eating the ribeye and there was big chunks of fat on it. I was like, oh, I love this. This is so good. And then after a while, I was like, it feels like this is a little bit much. Today, I'm wanting fat again. There's a lot of fat in this ribeye. So sometimes you take these things and you slice them, you cook them, and they just crisp up a little bit. Oh yeah. And with some eggs, living like a king over here. Which when I say that, I was like, then I started thinking like having, like I know that there's people that are hungry and starving and just don't have good access to good food, and it breaks my heart, man. I actually lived on the streets on and off for years. And yeah, that sucked. Sleeping in parks and bunch of other stuff that I can't even tell you. No bueno. You like it when I wear my hat like this? I got a haircut. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yeah, get a haircut, shaved even a little bit more. And last night at that parenting thing, my friend came over and was like, you know, without your beard, so you look 20 years younger. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I look younger. I definitely feel younger. Try to cook and talk at the same time is difficult because I get over here and get some eggs. Excuse me. Pardon me. Last night I was up a little bit later and I was like, I'll watch a show before bed. I got online and I happened to see the video by Indigo Neil, someone in the keto space, I believe. But she was making carnivore noodles. So I just happened to watch it. And so today I ordered some beef, isn't that collagen or beef gelatin? Yeah, beef gelatin. Let me salt this before I forget. And I think it's like you take eggs and beef gelatin, mix it up, and she was making it into crepes in a crepe pan. But I was thinking, you know, since I'm on this thing, I could experiment with some of that stuff, you know, maybe for this weekend when I'm feeding the family. Try to make some carnivore noodles, make some, like, I got some bones in there, actually make some bone broth, make something, I don't know, make something that it's the ingredients that I can eat, but it's also like has somewhat artistic or creative, take a little bit of extra effort than just, you know, my normal simple routine. Because sometimes I do miss the art of cooking, and then other times I'm like, yeah, whatever. There's plenty things for me not to get to. Steak and 6 eggs. I'll just flip these over and then eat them. I was gonna scramble it, but for some reason, every time I think of like a runny yolk, it just makes my heart happy. Free sample. All right, I'll see you guys at dinner. And if the women don't find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish with a couple teaspoons of butter because butter and eggs taste delicious together. But part of me is like, I'm staying away from all dairy products, and butter, yeah, is a gray area. But I was thinking on my little calculator thing, I'll calculate butter, but I'm not calculating tallow. So I'm just not gonna calculate the butter. Unless I'm like eating, you know, like, I'm using it as an ingredient. Now, like, I went on an experiment where I tried to add butter to the steak, like I ate a pound of meat and half a stick of butter, and like really up that fat content, which I'm not doing right now. But it was like, then I was counting it. Just a little bit in there, whatever. But the flavor of butter and eggs, oh, and steak. If I was on like Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen, I would lose immediately this kind of stuff, because how I plate is I just take everything and I slide it onto the plate and I get on with my day. Eat with your eyes first. Is that why my wife bites me? Oh, that was too far. Were you looking at my food? Hey, were you looking at my food? I would like to talk to you also about your vehicle's insurance. Mommy, why don't you look at her boo-boo? Welcome to a world of imagination. You got a boo-boo. You don't want to look at yourself?
Are you on the are you in there?
We are eating dinner and I'm running late. Mommy, please help me. Help me, please, Mommy. That lunch I ate was extremely delicious. Extremely delicious. It's dinner time and I'm not that hungry. But I know if I don't eat a little bit that I'll be hungry in the morning for sure, maybe later. I mean, I could go without eating, but why? Save a couple bucks. Just got done editing yesterday's video and uploading it. My wife's video is coming out in the morning, which was this morning. I think I'm gonna eat a half pound of beef. Yeah, half pound of beef. What else? Nothing. To me, it's still just like, I'm like hungry. I'm excited for these foods, and then like you're not that hungry, and you're like, eating, and then you're like, oh, I wish I would have ate. Put a lot of stress on myself in my life, unnecessarily sometimes. I know that if I eat this, I'll just be fine. Well, that's funny, because I'm literally thinking, okay, what else to say? I'm like, well, if I just eat a little bit of food, and then I get up tomorrow and I'm hungry, then I could just eat some bacon and eggs, because that sounds good. Maybe I should have just had bacon and eggs right now. Science. But I do like bacon, and I do like bacon with steak, and even with burger and stuff, like having a piece of bacon, like to hold in your hand, like I used to do with bread. Reminds me of the old days. I didn't say the good old days. I'm not romanticizing that. This looks like no food now. All right, we'll see how this turns out. That looks lame. But that's all right. My goal is to go to bed at a reasonable time tonight and get some good rest. And then get up, and tomorrow's Friday. Try to just work really hard, hit the weights really hard, and just like go for it, because I'm gonna have a couple days off. So that's nice from weightlifting. Start planning Sunday dinner. Oh, tomorrow. Well, then Saturday is chores around the house day, which I'm a little behind because we've been gone 2 Saturdays in a row. Yes, I have a whiny child. Is Rachel 4 yet? No. No? Yeah, I can tell. I'll see you guys tomorrow.